There are books that claim to reveal the secrets of the universe and others that simply pretend to, and Le Calendrier Magique, the magical calendar, is a little bit of both. Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. I just want to start off by apologizing for the video quality. As you can see here, the book has some very unique dimensions. We're about 15 centimeters by, I don't know, 47 or 48 centimeters, so like 6 inches by 18 or 19 inches, so it's long and thin and less than ideal for a landscape frame, but I shall do my best given with what I'm working with here. But yeah, Le Calendrier Magique was published in 1896, and it's a strange hybrid. You know, it's part art object, part satire, and part love letter to the occult imagination at the turn of the century, or the fin de siècle, as the French say. Et tout le francophone qui regarde parle mon français, je parle avec un accent anglais et ma prononciation a besoin de beaucoup de travail. Est-ce besoin ou nécessité? Nécessite? Besoin? Besoin, oui. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas. I speak bad French, so apologies. But yeah, it's not the magical calendar. It's not a manual for witches, and it's not devotional for saints. It's kind of a mirror of its time, when, you know, a time when beauty, belief, and irony all kind of shared the same page, and it was a joint collaboration between Italian illustrator Manuel Orazi. This is his handprint here, which I think is very cool. Yeah, Manuel Orazi and writer Austin de Croze, and this so-called calendar contains 13 or so full-page lithographs, one for each month, and there's a couple extra for good measure. But yeah, only 777 copies were ever produced, and that number is chosen as much for its mystique as for its mathematics. This is not an original. I wish it were, but no, this is a very lovely, authentic reproduction published by Anathema Publishing. They are a wonderful company here in Canada, based out of Quebec. So shout out to them. And not only that, they have included this lovely translation of both the French and English. I can speak basic French, and I can read and write better than I can speak, but you know, if the font is not neat, if it's not like a Times New Roman or Arial or something, then I struggle a little bit. So I'm grateful that I can read the French and English in this lovely manual translation provided by them. So nice little bonus for this specific edition. But we open up here with L'Associé, the witch. And each spread just combines almanac tables with invocations, spells, sigils, and planetary symbols. Yeah, see this? I can't read that. Cannot read that at all. But January opens here with some witches turn this on so you can get a better look at the drawing, lithograph. The devil. La lune jour. The moon shines bright. January. This is February. So this is sort of a mock liturgy that calls upon the elemental spirits, air, water, fire, and earth, and uses grandiose language that's meant to sound both sacred and absurd. You know, it is, though, in every sense. It's a bogus grimoire. It's a parody of magic books that also manages to feel genuinely enchanted. That's February, and we have March. Le maudit blasphème. And it's Orazi was, I don't know if he was directly inspired by Goya, Francisco Goya, but I definitely get some Goya vibes in these drawings. It's like a dark Art Nouveau. But, you know, late 19th century Paris was obsessed with the unseen, you know, while science promised reason, and artists and philosophers sought mystery, you know, through occultism, hermeticism, astrology, alchemy. They all found new life in studios. And I think Orazi and de Croze captured that move perfectly, you know. Le Calendrier Magique, it was sold through Maison de l'Art Nouveau, the House of Art Nouveau Art, the gallery that gave the movement its name. But, you know, while it mocks the superstition, it also kind of elevates it, you know. It's kind of transforming the pseudoscience into this sort of aesthetic philosophy. I don't know. This is April? No, May. Really nice little details. You know, and every month in this calendar plays with the same paradox. You know, it's laughing at magic while still kind of invoking it. And the figures, they're not necessarily sinister. They're elegant. They're like they're elongated forms, you know, kind of bathed in in gold and shadow, and the text is, it's pretentious, but it's kind of speaking to something deeply human, the wish to understand what lies beyond reason. June is a little bit dark. It's kind of, well, I don't want to say it because I don't know. YouTube will probably flag me. July. Messe Noire, Black Mass. August. Turn this on its side too, so you can have a better look. So the devil is observing a Black Mass. Communion. September. October. November. And December. And then we have some astrological charts and tables. All nonsense, really. But there's an afterword that I would like to share with you. And I'm going to pull out the handy dandy manual here because I can't manage this in French. And I just want to read it because it's just, I really thought that this was insightful. So, oh, you who flip through these pages with the unwholesome hope in your soul of finding the ultimate power of evil, be disappointed. As were always those with parched hearts and malevolent minds, those who, childish in their pride, devoted themselves to Satan. For I must tell you, the devil is but the symbol of evil, just as God is but the symbol of good. There is no miracle, just as there is no maleficence. Only the will, directed towards good or evil, can create the illusion of supernatural powers. Hidden treasures, unknown atoms, concealed forces, but not miracles, for among them there is only one, the power that unites two hearts and two existences to give life, love. Unfamiliar laws, unrevealed powers, bewildering fluids, but not miracles, for among them there is only one, the one that emanates from truth, justice. And those who are just, whose hearts radiate with kindness, love, and altruism, they are powerful within themselves and in the universe. They embody the symbol of God. And those who cowardly, in the face of base instincts, surrender themselves to the abyss of evil, ensnared by their own actions, alas, they too may possess power at times, But their power is barren, for by breeding hate, it only destroys. They embody the symbol of the devil. Thus we have constructed this grimoire in such a way that it becomes the clearest, quickest, and most vibrant compendium of this sinister science, which could only produce criminals or fools, magic. And we have built it to unveil the absurdities and turpitudes of practices of and state of mind of mages, whether white or black, of sorcerers, of all charlatans, ultimately of this science religion, which held such an appeal for dreamers and the gullible only through the mystery and esotericism that shrouded it. Now remove the magic from the grotesque rituals, the monstrosity of ceremonies, the sadism of indulgence, the pomp of rituals, the false idealism of dogmas, and you will find science, wicked science mostly, but science. May our selfishness and our self-love, in the absence of nobler sentiments, save us from ridicule, from objection, and lead us towards good. Austin de Croze, November 1895. So to me, reading those words more than a century later, it's hard not to feel their relevance, you know? Beneath all the occult drama, the Calendrier Magique isn't really about demons or, rituals. It's about choice, the will to do good or evil, and the awareness that power stripped of compassion becomes empty. It's hollow. And Orazi and de Croze built this grimoire not to teach sorcery, but to expose the absurdity of blind faith in power, and perhaps to remind us that real magic lives in love, justice, and in creation itself. So I don't know, maybe the question this book leaves us with isn't do you believe in magic, but rather where do you find your sense of wonder now that mystery has become a metaphor? But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you see the Calendrier Magique as a satire, a sermon, or maybe for you it's something else entirely? But I'd love to hear what you think. So share your thoughts. Let's discuss it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I appreciate it. Hopefully I was able to capture the essence of this very unique book calendar. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.